Wednesday Night Football was supposed to feel unusual. Instead, it may become the NFL's newest long-term strategy. And that possibility is already creating a serious debate around the league. The NFL officially confirmed that Week 1 of the upcoming season will begin on a Wednesday night broadcast. Only the second time in league history that the regular season has opened outside the traditional Thursday window. On the surface, it sounds like a scheduling adjustment tied to a special event. But according to league insiders and the structure of the NFL's newest media agreements, this may be the beginning of a much larger shift. And the reason behind it is impossible to ignore. The league's expanding relationship with Netflix is now influencing how the calendar itself is built. To accommodate a major opening broadcast connected to Australia and the NFL's growing international push, executives adjusted the opening week schedule in a way that would have seemed almost unthinkable a decade ago. The result is a primetime Wednesday opener that immediately sparked reactions from fans across the football world. Some fans see it as innovation. Others see it as the latest example of television money reshaping the identity of the sport. What makes this story important is not just the single game itself. It is the report that weekday openers are already locked in through 2029. That changes the conversation entirely. This is no longer about one special occasion or one experimental kickoff. It suggests the NFL is preparing viewers for a future where the traditional football schedule becomes more flexible, more global, and much more connected to streaming platforms. For decades, the rhythm of the NFL season has been predictable. Sunday belonged to football. Monday night felt historic. Thursday games slowly became normal over time, even if many players and fans questioned the quality of those matchups. But Wednesday has always felt different. Midweek football changes routines for fans, media coverage, travel logistics, and potentially even player recovery cycles depending on how future schedules are arranged. That is why reactions have been so divided. There are fans who genuinely love the idea. More football in prime time usually means more national attention, more conversation, and more opportunities for marquee games. From the league's perspective, expanding the calendar creates more standalone television windows, and standalone windows create larger audiences. In the streaming era, that matters more than ever. Netflix entering deeper into NFL broadcasting is a major part of this story. Streaming companies are no longer satisfied with secondary sports content or documentary programming. Live sports remain one of the few entertainment products that consistently attract massive real-time audiences. The NFL understands that leverage better than any sports league in North America. And once streaming companies begin paying premium prices, they also begin influencing scheduling decisions. That is the part making traditional fans uncomfortable. There is a growing concern that the NFL calendar is being redesigned around media rights instead of competitive balance or fan experience. Supporters of the traditional format argue that football weekends work because they feel familiar. Fans build routines around Sunday games. Families gather around specific kickoff windows. Fantasy football, tailgates, sports bars, and travel plans all revolve around the established structure. A permanent Wednesday night package could slowly disrupt some of that rhythm. At the same time, the league likely believes the audience will eventually adapt, just as it adapted to Thursday night football. It is easy to forget now, but Thursday games once faced intense criticism too. Many analysts questioned whether the short turnaround created poor quality football. Fans complained about oversaturation. Yet over time, Thursday broadcasts became part of the weekly NFL experience. The league may believe Wednesday football will follow the exact same pattern. There is also a broader business strategy behind this move that deserves attention. The NFL is no longer thinking only about American television audiences. International expansion is becoming central to the league's future planning. The Australia connection tied to this opener reflects that larger objective. The NFL wants global reach, global subscribers, and global relevance. Streaming platforms make that possible in ways traditional television never fully could. A Wednesday opener may feel unusual for fans in the United States, but league executives may view it differently. They may see it as a scheduling solution that better aligns with international markets, international time zones, and worldwide streaming audiences. That perspective changes how decisions are made. And if the ratings are strong, resistance inside league offices will likely disappear quickly. That is probably the biggest factor in this entire conversation. The NFL historically follows audience behavior more than fan outrage. If viewers tune in at massive numbers, the league will interpret that as validation regardless of social media criticism. Ratings have always shaped league confidence. So the real test arrives when the opening Wednesday broadcast actually happens. If the audience is enormous, expect even more experimentation in future seasons. More exclusive streaming games. More unconventional kickoff windows. Possibly even broader changes to how opening week is structured. The NFL rarely moves backward after discovering a profitable broadcasting model. Still, there are fair concerns that should not be dismissed. Player preparation could become more complicated if additional weekday games are eventually introduced beyond opening week. Coaches already spend enormous energy managing recovery schedules during short weeks. Adding more irregular kickoff dates across the calendar could create additional strain. Even if this particular opener is treated as a special circumstance, it still raises larger questions about where scheduling trends are heading. There is also the emotional side of football tradition. Part of what makes the NFL powerful is consistency. Fans know when games are played. Rivalries become connected to certain time slots and viewing habits. Changing that formula too aggressively risks making the sport feel more like constant television inventory instead of a weekly event. That may sound dramatic, but it explains why reactions have been so emotional online since the announcement became official. At the same time, there is another side worth acknowledging. Younger audiences consume sports differently than previous generations. Many viewers already watch games through streaming services, mobile devices, highlights, and social clips instead of traditional Sunday viewing patterns. The NFL may simply be adapting to where the next generation of viewers already lives. And financially, the incentives are obvious. Streaming companies are willing to spend billions because live NFL games remain one of the safest investments in entertainment. Few properties guarantee audience attention the way football does. That gives the league extraordinary negotiating power, and every new scheduling adjustment becomes part of a larger media strategy. Whether fans love the change or hate it, one thing is clear. The NFL schedule is no longer protected by tradition alone. It is now shaped by streaming competition, international expansion, and the business reality that live sports drive modern entertainment. Wednesday night football may still feel strange today, but the league appears prepared to normalize it over the next several years. And if that happens, this upcoming opener may eventually be remembered as the moment the NFL calendar changed permanently. So now the question shifts directly to the fans. If weekday openers continue through 2029 and beyond, should the NFL protect the traditional football weekend at all costs? Or is expanding primetime football the right move for the future of the sport? NFL Tactics is here for every major NFL story, every major debate, and every major shift happening around the league. League executives believe viewers will embrace convenience over tradition, but this experiment still carries risk. Football has always thrived because it felt like an event tied to days and routines. Once that structure begins changing too quickly, fans notice immediately. The NFL may succeed with Wednesday night broadcasts, but the reaction to announcement proves the debate around football's future is only beginning.